Hey, it's Key Hill, your favorite local real estate agent with Coldwell Banker and the Newton Group, and welcome to Time to Talk Tuesdays.
Time to Talk Tuesday, where your local real estate team, the Newton Group, discusses the Midlands area real estate market and common issues, providing quick solutions, creative ideas, as well as tips for investors, home buyers, and homeowners.
Today's topic of discussion is going to be the FHA loan. So what is an FHA loan? An FHA loan is a government-backed loan through the Federal Housing Administration, hence FHA. The FHA does not actually provide the loan. They go through an approved lender for the loan, and it ensures the lender that there won't be any loss. And we'll get into that in just a little bit. So why do we want an FHA loan? FHA loans can definitely be beneficial. However, everybody's situation, financial situation, is going to be different. Each loan type can fit each situation differently. So whatever situation you are in, one loan may be better versus the other. With an FHA, typically is going to be first-time home buyers use the FHA loan. But that doesn't mean a person who's not a first-time home buyer cannot use it. It can be beneficial for either person. In my opinion, the FHA loan is suitable for people who have challenging credit scores, if they don't have large amounts of money on hand, and if you cannot qualify for a conventional loan. And when I say that, I mean everything, you don't check off everything off the list for a conventional loan. The conventional loan is going to have a more vigorous criteria to qualify than the FHA, so it's easier or more lenient for a first-time home buyer or someone who has challenging credit to be approved for an FHA loan. With that being said, if you can qualify for the FHA loan, I find, in my opinion, it should be something that is temporary. And the reason why I say that it should be temporary is because the FHA loan can be more expensive over time. So the FHA loan, to me, is like a bridge. You want to use that as a bridge until you can get to that conventional loan. The requirements are going to be easier for you to qualify to get the home, but like I said, it can be more expensive over time compared to the conventional loan, and that can be harder for you in the long run. Use it to qualify to get the home, then you could potentially refinance to get rid of some of the extra payments that come with the FHA loan. Let me explain what I mean. With an FHA loan, you have to put down 3.5%. compared to a conventional loan where you can put down as low as 3%. So it's a little bit more of a requirement of down payment. Also, with a conventional loan, you have PMI, private mortgage insurance, that will fall off after you reach 20% equity or 2 years in the home. With the FHA loan, they have MIP. I'm not sure why the acronym changed, but it stands for Mortgage Insurance Premium. This never falls off for the life of the loan. No matter how much money you put into this, after that initial down payment, the PMI or the MIP does not fall off. You will have that extra payment for the life of the loan. Now, MIP, that mortgage insurance premium, is an annual premium that they split up into 12 monthly payments. That is an additional payment on top of your PITI. Principals, interest, taxes, and insurance. That is what makes up your mortgage payment. So the conventional loan, you can put down as low as 3%. That PMI, private mortgage insurance, falls off after 20% equity or 2 years in the home. With an FHA, you had to put down 3.5% down payment, and that MIP does not fall off for the life of the loan. Now, the FHA loan has a minimum credit score of 500. You can have a 500 to a 579 credit score. If you have that 500 to 579, that's going to require you to put down up to 10% versus the normal 3.5 requirement. Now, even though that criteria is out there that you can have that 500 to 579, lenders can add their own requirements on top of that. So although you have that 500 to 579, you still have to find a lender who says, I will approve you with this score. Lenders can then change it and say, well, even though you can have a 5 to 579, we're going to require 580 or maybe 600. They can do that. That is up to them. So good luck finding a lender that will approve you for that. With a minimum of 580 credit score is where that 3.5% down is going to come in at. And again, you would find that lender that is out there. Not saying that there aren't any lenders out there that will approve you with these credit scores, but just keep in mind, lenders can add their additional requirements on top of what is normal credit requirements for the FHA loan. When it comes down to your DTI, debt to income ratio, this is something that is also tricky for certain households. With a conventional loan, you have less percentage of debt to income. With the FHA loan, you can have 43 to 50% DTI. Again, the minimum is 43%, but you may have lender exceptions that can get you up to 50% DTI. If you fall in that category, the FHA loan will probably be a better benefit to you. Some misconceptions is that only first-time buyers, home buyers, use the FHA loan, but that is not true. Anyone can use the FHA loan as long as they meet the requirements. Something that may be beneficial to you if you're not looking, if your first home is not going to be just, a single-family home, you want to purchase a multifamily, you can still do that. One of the requirements for FHA is that you do have to live in your home for up to a year. So in a multifamily from 1 to 4 units, you can live in one of the units and rent out the remaining 3, and that will still keep you in the criteria to meet the FHA requirement. But you can also use that potential, with the lender exceptions, you can use that potential income from the 2 or 3 remaining units to qualify you for this, for a multi-unit. So you don't have to actually do a single family as your first purchase with an FHA loan. You could jump right into multifamily and start bringing in some more income that way. One thing I do want to put out there that some people don't know about is when you are looking for a home and it's not FHA available at the time. The reason for that is because the Federal Housing Administration prevents you from having what people would do is like investment properties, and they flip them and try to resell them. They won't allow you to do that. If there was a home that was purchased with an FHA loan and they just flipped it, and when I say flipped, I don't mean necessarily renovations, repairs, anything like that. I mean you bought it and you put it back on the market within 90 days. You would not be able to use an FHA loan on that property. You have to have it 91 days after to keep investors from being able to use the FHA loan in that manner. This is for people who are struggling a little bit more or have a different situation that they can't qualify for that conventional loan or rehab loans, things of that nature. So to prevent them from using that up and taking advantage of the people who need this the most, they keep that rule in there. You have to have it 90 days after, or you won't be able to use an FHA loan for that. So that is something that people may not know. So you definitely want to ask that question when you're looking for homes, or if you're in the process of getting a FHA loan for a property that you want to go ahead and rent out. With the requirements for FHA, you have to live in it for 1 year. That is a requirement, or you cannot rent it out. Otherwise, you're going to fall into some bad situations. We don't want to do that, right? So overall, if you're going to be talking to a lender to get approved for an FHA loan, the minimum requirements is a 580 credit score. Talk to that lender about what their requirements as far as credit score is. You do have to put down 3.5% as your down payment. You are going to be required to pay MIP, mortgage insurance premium, that will stay on for the life of the loan. And I'm just going to break that down just a little bit more. Within that premium that you're going to have to pay with the FHA loan, the MIP is the annual The mortgage insurance premium is the annual premium that is split up into 12 payments, additional payments. But you also have to pay upfront MIP. Now, it doesn't mean upfront in as far as the beginning of the loan process. You pay this at closing. It is rolled into your closing costs, and that is 1.75% of the loan. So that is something else that you want to keep in mind, all of the funds that you will need to pay upfront over the life of the loan and over time. So again, it's beneficial if you needed to qualify to get the home or the multifamily property, but use this as a bridge to get you over to the conventional loan. This should be temporary so that you're not spending so much money on the same property that you would spend less on if you had a conventional loan. Over that time frame, when you understand credit, you've making your payments, you're in a better situation, your debt to income ratio has gone down, and you now realize, hey, I can go ahead and try to qualify for this, refinance that loan and save yourself some money. So that is all that I have for the FHA loan. If there are any questions that I have not answered, please reach out to me. I would definitely get those answers for you or clear up anything that I may not have said clear enough for you. I am always here for any questions that you may have. You can give me a call, 803-467-9354. Follow me on Facebook at The Agent Key, TheAgentKe. For more tips or to catch up on any videos that you may have missed on Tuesdays, they'll be listed there for you. You can send me an email if you'd rather do that. It's going to be first name, last name @cbrealty.com. I don't normally like giving out my government name, but I will for you guys. I'm going to list this here at the bottom so you'll be able to get in touch with me. Once again, thank you for watching the video. If I can help you in buying or selling, please reach out to me here in South Carolina or in any state. I'll be glad to help. You guys stay safe.
This episode of Time to Talk Tuesday was brought to you by the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker, where nothing works until they do. Look for episodes every Tuesday where the Newton Group discusses home buyer and seller money-saving tips and ideas, along with the Midlands area real estate market conditions. If you would like to reach out to them, they can be reached online and on land at area code 803-608-2597. So until next time, here's wishing you all fair winds, following seas, and gentle tides.